Hi, I'm Andrew. This is the design process we went through for fall quarter, Voxelate, for a senior project. First was a dissatisfaction with Voxelate, our client, where their current printer could not print UV curable epoxy. So the goal they set forth for us was to develop a prototype which was going to be able to 3D print UV curable epoxy without clogging. So based off of that, we started to plan our approach where we had to create a test mule, and then we had to create prototype ideas to create parts without clogging, and then we had to evaluate our prototypes and through that use material testing to verify our results, and then we had to increase our print speed and quality once we had a workable solution and integrate it into Voxelate's current printer. So we had to gather a lot of info, so everyone's put into sub-teams where everyone took one of the major areas of development for this printer, pressure system, the UV LED for curing the print, and the Arduino software for controlling, and the control software for running the entire thing. And what ended up happening is when we were at planning, we didn't have all of the things that we needed. We were given partial setup, but it was too slow, and they didn't tell us that. And we also had a board that didn't work, so that slowed us down there. And a lot of the issues that we had were that we did all this work, but we didn't know that we had to change. So we went through, and then we did conceptual designs, and then we were at evaluation. We had a working printer and everything, but then the client said, okay, your printer's too slow. So then we had to go all the way back to plan 3 and rework the process. And then what we were going to do after step 6 here was we were going to communicate all our stuff, where we had our design review with the client, said where we're currently at. We were communicating weekly goals of what we had got accomplished and what we had issues with, and we had a meeting with the professor to verify that we were on the right track. We definitely needed a lot more communication. That's where we failed, definitely, and then we were able to develop a prototype after all the failures we had, and now we're on the feedback and reflection and getting all that done. The major strengths that we had is it was extremely modular. We each were experts in what we did, and we were independent of each other, and we had a high degree of professionalism when we were communicating with the client. Everything they got was highly curated, and we always made sure that we looked professional. But a lot of the weaknesses we had were we were largely independent of the client, and we didn't communicate what they wanted as much as what we were doing. And we had low levels of communication. That's pretty much what I said. And it was extremely front heavy, where we had to develop the entire test mule by ourselves before we even able to do any of the prototyping. And then the other issues that we had were intercommunications were an issue. So everyone was doing their own thing here, but there were no real communications between the teams. Everything would just go up to me because I was kind of managing the whole thing, and there was very little going in between anyone. And then the last thing was we had extremely volatile changes in what the customer wanted, but we had a process in which it was very hard first to account for that change and implement the changes they needed. So that's a brief summary of the strengths and weaknesses of the design process we had.